What if one of the greatest mysteries of our time was witnessed by a companion before he even accepted Islam? The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, once detained the people after prayer to share an astonishing account told by Tamim al-Dari. Here is the true story of the island of the Dajjal. In the beginning, the story starts when Tamim al-Dari, a Christian at the time, and 30 men from the tribes of Lakhm and Judham set sail. A violent ocean storm tossed their ship around for a month until they drifted to an unknown island at sunset. Moving forward, they encountered a strange, terrifying beast covered in thick hair so dense they couldn't tell its front from its back. It introduced itself as Al-Jassasah, the spy, and told them to go to a nearby monastery. Deep inside the monastery, they found a massive, well-built man heavily bound with iron shackles, with his hands tied to his neck and iron rings between his legs up to his ankles. At this point, the chained man questioned them intensely about worldly signs to gauge the timeline, asking 4 specific questions. First, he asked about the date palm trees of Baisan. He asked if they were still bearing fruit. The men answered that they were indeed still fruitful. The Dajjal remarked that they would soon stop bearing fruit. Second, he asked about the lake of Tiberias, Sea of Galilee. He asked if there was water in it. The men confirmed that it was full of water. He predicted that its water would soon dry up. Third, he asked about the spring of Zugar. He asked if the spring still had water and if the people were irrigating their crops from it. The men replied that it was full of water and that the inhabitants used it for agriculture. Fourth, he asked about the unlettered prophet. He anxiously asked what the prophet had done and whether the Arabs had fought against him. When the men confirmed that the prophet had left Mecca and settled in Yathrib, Medina, and had overcome those around him, the captive acknowledged that obedience to him was best. At the end, the chained man declared, "I am the Messiah, and I will soon be permitted to go forth, and I will travel through the land and will not spare any town where I would not stay for 40 nights except Mecca and Medina, as these 2 places are prohibited for me and I would not be able to enter them." When the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, later narrated this exact story from the pulpit, he struck his staff and verified it, noting that the Dajjal was in the direction of the east. Open book reference. Sahih Muslim, 2942a. What are your thoughts on this incredible historical narration? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more authentic Islamic history and reminders